Since the NBL season starts tomorrow, I'm going to do my final preseason rankings of where I think teams are going to end up. And no, this was not easy. This was so hard. I wanted to do a final one like just before the season starts because we have actually seen all of these guys play now and we can see what the teams are kind of looking like. And it's a bit more of an understanding than making this a month ago. And some teams still didn't have everybody. So let's go through it. So first and foremost, I still have Adelaide as number one. Like Bryce Cotton as your number one guy and having the most stacked roster around him he's ever had. I do think that's going to be a recipe for success. And I do think like Mike Wells having a full preseason under his belt is going to help this team as well. For two, I'm backing Illawarra Hawks to run it back. Like everything that I've heard about Justin Tatum and what he's been doing with this squad and the way that they've been looking in preseason, it just gives me so much confidence. And the way that everything is just like folding around him and like Will Hickey is looking fantastic. They've got a really good like Ja'Cory McLaughlin coming off the bench is a good pickup as well. Perth, you guys had the most shaky off season ever, but I think you guys rebounded. Mason Jones looks like an absolute beast, but I don't want to jump to conclusions way too early for him. We will wait and see how he actually looks on an NBL court in proper games, but I do have faith in him. Now, my Kings, I am putting you at 4. I think you could be higher, but everybody's been saying you're the number one team like the last few years, and then you just fall apart. So I am going to not give you that much pressure and hope that it works. Melbourne United, I do think you could be a 2 seed, but I also think you could drop down to an 8 seed depending on injuries. I've heard Chris Goulding's already got a leg problem right now. He may not even suit up tomorrow, so that gives me concerns. I'm going to do my predictions every week as well. I'm going to continue doing that. That is going to be released tomorrow. But United, that's my big concern is like the injuries. Him, Shea Ely, I don't know how it's going to like work. How Finn Delaney's had injury problems. Like it's just the injury concern with you guys. That's why I have you as the 5th seed. And I think it's going to be way too close for you guys to have your mid-season fall that you typically do, even though you do always bounce back. But I think it's going to be like one game or two, like second seed is going to be like 15 wins and then 8 seed is going to be 13 wins. I think it's going to be that close, like closer than last year somehow. Jack Jumpers, I just think Scott Roth is going to steer you into the top 6, but I'm not fully sold. It's just Will Magnay, Josh Bannon, like these guys just have injury concerns. That's my main thing. Injury is like such a big thing in my thought process. Kansas Taipans, we know the shenanigans you're going through, but I think Adam Ford is just going to steer you, and Jack McVeigh is going to have a stellar season. Bullets, it's the coaching situation. It concerns me still. I don't have a lot of like your roster looks fantastic on paper, but it's just like it's hard to give a whole thing, especially because of like the players you have as well. Breakers, I don't fully trust having a full New Zealand core. There's no star like local, and then the Phoenix, we know the Phoenix that like you're just going through a bit of drama. You have the weakest import core, and that's about it. But that's my preseason ranking. Let me know what you guys think and where you have these teams.